What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we have an issue. I don't know if you can actually see this or not, but right here, this piece is broke. Why would you have all this stress on pieces of plastic on the very end down here? That just makes no sense to me. So I'm gonna say that right there is a design flaw, which really sucks because that piece was not cheap, but I did not get the stock piece to replace it. I am upgrading, so we now have carbon fiber. Yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to work. Assuming that some of these little places here will work with some of the other odds and ends that have to go with a street application, but who knows. I will have to drill a hole here because that's where the air sensor is, or airflow sensor I believe it is, that goes in there. So easy fix, no big deal. It's already been made, just gotta pop a hole right there, put it together. So pretty trick piece of equipment there. But I figured I'd make a small video about this and see if we can't get this thing upgraded, so to speak. So I've taken the liberty and already taken off a few other items here. Windshield, upper fairing, also have the dash taken out already. Trying to keep this stuff separated so it doesn't get messed up while I'm in the process of doing things here. But slowly but surely this is going to come together. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to totally work with a street application, but I feel pretty confident that we can make it happen one way or the other. So let's continue. Wow, and you can really see the pieces literally just fell apart. I mean, that's pretty brittle stuff. I mean, come on, people. It's kind of lame. Some of that stuff that's made in Japan just really isn't worth it. And off she goes. So we're gonna be getting rid of we got rid of the flapper a long time ago, but thanks to Living Good Motorsports, he went in here and took care of that for me. But this is going away, and he literally just reached in and went pop and just broke it off, which was pretty cool, I thought. And all of this goes away and we get this instead. I mean, talk about airflow improvement. Jeez, that's incredible. So hopefully this carbon fiber stuff has more strength than this crap. I mean, come on, it's pretty lame. It literally just cracked it on 1, 2, 3 places. I mean, granted, I was doing a bunch of wheelies, but still, you shouldn't have that kind of issue, though. I mean, come on. That's kind of lame. So anyway, we'll hold on to this. We might need something off of it. We are going to need this airflow sensor off of it. I know that, but a couple other things. We might need some clips or something. Who knows? You never know. Right here. Now, let's do that. Okay. There we go. Motherfucker, are you serious? The f did it go? God damn it. Alright, we'll get it in a minute. Alright, let's see if we can get some bolts in this. Snap on. All right. Well, it's on there. The question is how well? So if you look up the tunnel, and that looks perfect actually. That thing is sitting right around this intake. I mean, it is perfect. Wow. That's pretty awesome. Dang. All right, so this is where we're at. Currently we've got this in there, bolted up. Everything's bolted. In order to get this in here, behind this piece, because it fits like right up in here, all one good piece, right? You have to take these out. So these little push pins, pop them loose and this whole thing goes forward, but you have to loosen up your bodywork. Take this bodywork off up here and it'll just give it the room that it needs. You have to unbolt it here and everything so everything can move forward. That little push pin right down there. Pop that bad boy out, this whole thing gets to slide forward, then this can go down inside. That's pretty much it. One thing you want to do though is you want to transfer this thing here and make sure you get it the right way, because one is a perfect 90 degree and then the other one is 245 degree angles before it comes out. That way you can slide all your fuses back on here, okay? So you have a place to mount that. That's not just dangling around. Transfer all of the 5 grommets. This plugs into the dash. This plugged into this conglomeration of sucking crap that goes on that little valve that was in here, which is useless really. And then you've got this plug for your blinker, and the same thing on the other side. Here is the hose that was going to the valve up front. This I'm going to block off by simply putting a screw in it and zip tying it shut, which should be perfectly fine. Are we gonna get air code? I have no idea. I gotta ride it, gotta crank it, gotta see what's going on first. But we shall see. So, moving right along. So one thing I want to point out here is you can make a bracket that goes here, that'll bolt on here, and then that'll give you something to put your, that'll give you something to take your push pin and pop this in there when you put this piece back in. This is really a race application, So in order to utilize this, which is more for street, and to kind of clean up this area, you kind of need to build a little bracket so that you can have something to push this into, and little pop pins. So just FYI on that. If you wanted to, you can do that, or you can just put this in the hole, put it shut. Hopefully everything stays, which I don't think that will. Probably have to get a thicker one to put in there. So, but this does bolt over here, so you shouldn't have any issues. But we'll see. This is just trial and error. Anytime you do aftermarket pieces and parts, you tend to have a little bit of modification here and there. So, and we'll just pop a bolt in here and bada bing, bada boom. All right, here we go. Other than the fact that she's a bit dirty, we're gonna go ahead and turn it on and crank it up. And let's see if we have any error codes or anything. Yeah, I don't see any error codes. We're good. All right, make sure everything's back together. Everything looks good. Blinkers. Everything looks good there. Everything's nice and tight. Looks like we're good to go. So in the video that I watched, the place where I bought this from, I believe it was STG, they said there was about a £1 difference between these things here, between this and this. Well, if you add this, this, and all these bolts, I think we might be a little bit more in the pound. So that's quite a bit of stuff. This actually has a good bit of weight to it. It's kind of heavy. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more than a pound, but you can definitely see the difference here. Man, this thing literally just disintegrated. I mean, little pieces and parts and chunks of it just coming off. I mean, look at that. That's, how are you going to hold up all that force with just that little bit of plastic on the end? That makes no sense. I mean, pretty crappy. So goodbye old, hello new. This little rubber thing goes away, so you don't need that in there, because that tube comes right down and fits right there where the opening is in the plastic. This doesn't weigh much, a couple ounces probably. This, pretty significant. I don't know, I think that's more than a pound. It's got to be more than a pound, because that other thing didn't weigh nothing. Yeah, I mean, hope this helps if you guys ever want to replace that. I mean, this seems to be a common problem for these, especially people that like to do a crap ton of wheelies like myself. I would definitely recommend this, but I'm not going to give it my full recommendation until I actually get out there and ride with it, see how it's going to hold up, see how it feels, because anytime you change anything structural like that, you get a different feel. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. See how it does. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I love the way it looks. I love the fitment. The fitment is great. I mean, it fits right in there. Everything lines right up. Your mirrors line right up. Everything goes right back into place. When you're looking at it from the front, straighten the wheel out. When you're looking at it from the front, everything is perfect. There's no leaning, no difference in height in the mirrors. Everything is perfectly square. It looks just like it did with the other bracket that was stock. Kudos to STG. You guys keep selling this one. This one's definitely a good one. And for anyone that wants to know if it works with the street application, yes it does. So peace. JT out.